I've actually had multiple people in my life just randomly point out the change from me at the start of the year to now. And it's something that's, you don't even acknowledge in yourself because you're the one doing it. But to get those affirmations from other people that hadn't seen me for a few months and just be like, what happened to you over the last few months? Like, you just seem like you're in a good space, was something that was really affirming to me as part of this process. I felt like I really tried at something more than I ever had in my life. And it's something that I'm really proud of myself for doing. And I think some of the major things that Asha helped me with along that process was, I had periods of burnout. I had periods where I was just struggling with the workload. Like I was trying harder than I ever had. And, I distinctly remember a couple coaching sessions where energetically I just wasn't in my right state or feeling like I, was myself, and Ash really noticed that. And I feel like some of the biggest benefits that came from working with Ash was just his ability to see what's going on inside of me and call those things out to me. And I feel like pretty much every single time, like I don't think I can think of a time where Asha, tried to acknowledge something in me, whether it being positive or, a challenge within me. And pretty much every time he was like exactly on the spot. And I was like, yeah, you got me. That's exactly what's going on. And I just felt like whether I was going really well on that journey or whether I was struggling, Ash just knew what I needed in that moment to get me to a place where I was reset and ready to go again for the next, 2 weeks. I saw that I can achieve much more than I thought I was capable of, which gave me a lot of, confidence in the future. And now that when I do put my mind to stuff, I can actually go and do things and, make changes in my life and make a dent in the things that I'm wanting to make a dent in. I feel like a big part of what we've worked on was that self-worth stuff. I struggled with procrastination and, just feeling like I was being judged or, caring too much what people think. And I think, that self-worth stuff that came up from the start of the year was really something we tried to work through, a range of practices, whether that be, there was a lot of embodiment and sort of deep processes that we went through. And I felt like even though it was the first time I'd done a lot of things, Asha really guided me into a space where I was able to get to this really deep and reflective space quite fairly easily. And, a lot of unexpected bits of wisdom come up in those spaces, particularly when you have someone that's also, giving you messages that they're receiving on the other side of the screen that are hitting the mark as well when you're in that deep space. So I feel like a big part of the character growth has just been trying to love myself a little bit more, trusting myself that I can do more than I think I'm capable of. And, there's a lot of confidence that comes with that as well. I think the unique strengths that Asha brings as a coach is he can go to a lot of different spaces. He's not linear in his approach to things. Like I felt when I needed structure and a process to go through, there was often, a PDF that he'd already worked through, or we'd literally just create something, for me to work through and do. And then on the flip side of that, when there was emotional issues or worthiness issues, and he had a lot of practices that he could take me through on the call, but also refer me to in my own life to practice on my own. So it felt like where I've had coaches in the past, they were very good at one thing, whereas I felt like whatever I brought to Asher, he was able to maneuver and give me something back that actually contributed to that challenge that I was facing.